Hi everyone. In this video I want to talk about a type of project we all know but rarely discuss openly. It's the kind of project that falls somewhere in between. It's not a brand new application launch, but it's also not a fully stable, in-service application. It's what I call a difficult project, stuck in the twilight zone between project mode and service mode. These projects typically emerge from legacy systems that need urgent fixes, integrations, or enhancements, while still being heavily used in production. You can't pause them, but you also can't manage them the way you'd manage a clean, well-scoped project. IT leaders are constantly asked to find the right balance between project-driven and process-driven approaches. That's especially challenging when your application is built on older tech stacks like Java or web frameworks without modern modularity, integrated or trying to integrate with massive ERP systems like Microsoft Dynamics or SAP, dependent on cross-application identity and access management (IAM) solutions, and supported by fragmented teams who each hold a piece of the puzzle. The symptoms, you'll recognize them. A backlog of change requests that keeps growing. Users opening support tickets for issues that are actually known problems. Developers pulled in different directions with unclear ownership. And worst of all, no real monitoring or logging, just firefighting. So how do you handle this? Start by mapping out the roles, clearly. Who owns the application? Who is responsible for IAM across systems? Who handles API integrations between the ERP and custom-built portals? Define and assign roles like application owner, functional analyst, and sometimes domain-specific analysts like for SAP Finance, technical lead, API manager, often split between IAM and financial data flows, service manager or change manager, and developers, typically specialized in MS Dynamics, Power Platform, Java, etc. Next, translate those roles into responsibilities. I like to keep it simple. A role only becomes a responsibility when you assign it to a person or a team, ideally with an estimate of how much time they need to do the job. Then, shift the way you work. If you still have lots of changes to make, structure them into 2-week sprints. But alongside that, prepare for the transition to service mode. That means implementing proper ITIL practices, incident management, change management, configuration management, the works. Eventually, every application should land in business-as-usual mode. If it doesn't, you're just extending the project indefinitely and draining everyone involved. Difficult projects aren't failures. They're signs of systems that grew organically, without enough time, structure, or alignment. But with the right leadership and clear roles, you can pull them out of the twilight zone. Thanks for watching. If you've worked on projects like this, or are in one right now, drop a comment or check out the rest of this playlist. You're not alone. And yes, it can get better. Smiling.